shocks showed up. So I ordered something pretty awesome. These are the KW V3s that were revalved and spec'd by ROBI SPEC in California for the original Andrew Brilliant Eclipse. So these are going to be a huge upgrade over the Koni yellows. Where are they at? Well, Philip did a pretty nice job packing these up. It'll take me 5 minutes to get in here. Hang on a sec. Rogue, what do you think? She doesn't care. Anyways, here they are. ROBI SPEC raced by KW. Hypercoils is the rear. So they've got 1,000-pound per inch front springs and 650 rears. Anyways, I will got a little appointment here, but this afternoon I'll start putting these in. Hey guys, so I got some new suspension showed up today. I ordered it from Philip from Curiosity. I can never say this word. I'm butchering it. It means the curious one. I just learned that too. Anyways, he sent me the suspension off of Andrew Brilliant's original car. So that's pretty neat. I'll show you what I got here in a second, but it's gonna be a big improvement over the Koni yellows that I have on there now, and they're sprung way heavier, so should help a lot with the downforce, because before I was top of the straights, I was pretty much splitter on the ground. So this should help. Rear. Got it in the vise because I'm gonna take it apart because there's no helper spring in here, and depending on where this is set up, they'll be loose in there, and there's lots of room. So I had these lying around, so I'm gonna put these helper springs in. I'll probably have to machine this the size of this here to fit this spring. These the rears are 650 pound per inch, and then the fronts are 1,000 pound per inch. Hi Griffin. Hi. Doesn't care. So yeah, and then it's got real nice bump stops in here. There's a bearing on the perch right here. Make sure that this doesn't bind. These are really neat. Really nice top hats. Already got this loosened off. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this apart and see if we can get that in there. Got this pulled apart. These hats are really nice. There's a little uniball bearing situation in there. This is the thing that supports the helper spring. As you can see, this doesn't fit in there because it's got super high spring rate spring, and yeah, it's thicker than what it was intended for. So I'll machine this down on the lathe and make this spring fit, and then this can sit on here like that. This goes on there, and once I machine that, this spring will fit here. I might have to paint these blue. No, I probably won't. Anyways, and you can put this either way. You put the helper spring at the top or the bottom. I don't know that it really matters. As far as I know, it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, so I'm gonna machine this guy so that the spring will fit in there, and then we'll be able to put these back together and get them in the car. All right, machine these things to fit the larger springs. Ah, that's really loud. Let's take a slightly smaller cut here. Try that. Still really loud. I'm gonna oil this thing up. Oh, there it goes. Anyways, I'm gonna cut these till they fit. I won't bore you with all that monotonous work. I'll be back in a few. So I did some lathe work, and now it's in there perfect. Oh, look at that. These are written 650 on them. There was nothing written, that was just what I was told, but I'll assume that's probably right then. Looks like it sits flat down in there, nice and snug. So now we put that on here, and this, like that. And then we can spin this down. And put the top hat on. And use some of this 3 miles of thread we got on here. I'll go all the way down here to make it easy to put the top hat on, and then once that's all on, we can tighten her up and slam it in the car. Then we only have 3 more to do. Alright, do this in reverse order. A little spacer. There. This guy. Now these KWs have been modified to fit 2.5-inch springs instead of, I think it's 60 mil they come with regularly. And then this guy goes here. And this guy, there's the little bearing situation in there. Makes it move nice and freely. Slam that on there. And we're installed with a helper spring. Nut. Just got to tighten that up, and this one's ready to go. Figure out how to set it in the car. Alright, keep the toys away. I'm gonna, oh, I was holding that there. I'm gonna, yeah, I don't have shoes on. Weird. I'm going to do the other ones here. I don't know yet if I'll have room on the fronts, but I'm definitely gonna do them on the rear. Okay, I'm gonna measure both sides. Just so I can set it as close to it was anyway. 28 5/8. That. And this side. Yeah, so I'm drawing on the race car. It'll come off later. I think I measured that wrong. I meant 26 5/8. Whoops. So this side, 26.5. So pretty close. I don't worry too much about it being identical. I go by cross weights anyway. So once I put these springs in, I'll get scales and scale. Look at that fatty tire. Love it. Anyways, okay. Big old spacer. Old dirty Koni yellow. So I'm gonna pull this guy out. I'm gonna do one at a time, and then I can set the car down and set the ride height. It'll be reasonably close to where it should be, and then I can set it with scales. So I'll get this guy out of there, and we'll get the new one stuffed in there. Well, that thing looks pretty lame next to this other one, especially those top hats. This being able to move like this, it's very nice. This is stiff, so like look at all this old crap. It sits pretty crappy in there. This is gonna be a pretty big upgrade. So these are 650s. These were 500s in the back before. And then that's 1,000, which as you can see is a lot stiffer. Okay, so I got that one in there. There's just two bolts up top here. And one bolt there. They're really easy on the rear. You don't have to unhook anything else. So I got the tire on, I'll set it down and see how it's sitting for height compared to 26. Right. Sitting on the ground. It's hard to do holding the camera. Oh, that's not enough. Just a sec. Okay. No way. I completely winged that. I'm not even gonna mess with it. 26 5/8. Close to 26 5/8 as it's gonna be. There's no way I'm gonna make you believe me that I did that in one shot, but I did. Anyways. So I got the 1 of 4 done. This corner here. Like you saw, I just nailed the ride height, so I'll leave it like that until I get the scales so I can set the corner weights. And yeah, like I rolled the car back and forward a couple feet each time so that it would settle down, so it's sitting at proper ride height, and it worked. So slam the rear end and then do the fronts. Fronts are a little bit more work, but not too bad. There's one nice thing about these fenders, they're good workbench. So I just gotta tighten this wheel up. That new shock's in there. Won't really focus, not much to see anyways. So yeah, we'll just tighten this guy up and give her a couple of ugga-duggos. Don't worry, I'll torque that properly later. So yeah, we'll see if I manage to get as close on this one as I did on the other side. Just roll this thing back and forth a couple times. Make sure she's settled down in its travel. Where's my tape measure at? All right, this one was 26.5. I'm impressed with myself. I don't care what anybody says. That is, again, as close as doesn't matter because I need to corner balance it. So that buttons up the rear. The rear's together. We'll corner balance it in a couple of weeks. Well, maybe next weekend. There's the 2 rears and the 2 fronts, the new ones. So now I gotta do the front, pull them out, and see how it goes. All right, measure the front. Right up the middle. 25 3/4. I run about an inch of rake front to back. $25.25. The fender openings on these fiberglass fenders aren't identical, so I don't stress it too much. Anyways, we'll start pulling this apart and then see if we can match that. Arrow things, plywood arrow things, because right. All right, we got this side in. Can't see shit in there, but I wasn't quite as close as on the rear, but 25.5, so I'm a quarter high. But the other side was a half higher before, so I'm gonna leave it there, and then when we corner balance it, same story. We'll see how it goes. Last one's going in. Hook up the ball joint, Put the lower bolt in, and we're good. And we'll see how the ride height is, and then I'll wait till I can corner. Alright, so last night I didn't film an outro, but car's back on the ground. It's sitting within a 1/4 inch in the front and almost exact in the rear where it was. So I'll wait till I corner balance it and see how it looks. Really excited to see how these work. Should be a huge improvement over those Koni yellows. Should be hitting the track hopefully before the end of April here, and then do a little bit of testing and hill climb on May 18th and 19th. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Have a good day.